and welcome to the Donkey Sanctuary Manchester. We're here at this relatively small centre which is located on the eastern side of the city, and it's home to 25 of our fabulous donkeys. The sanctuary first opened its doors in 2004 and has been offering its donkey assisted activities programme to the local communities and welcoming visitors from far and wide ever since. More recently, the team here have also been supporting our rehoming scheme by acting as a regional hub for donkeys that are preparing to move on to pastures new. Today we're live in Manchester for the very first time as we say thank you to retiring adoption donkeys Tiny Tim and Henry, and a big hello to the two new donkeys who will be taking the reins. So, thank you for joining us here in Manchester to celebrate this really exciting occasion. Over the next half an hour, we'll be revealing and meeting our two new adoption donkeys live to you, but before giving you the chance to ask any questions you have about the lovable pair. But first, equine assistant Taya joins us to tell us more about this wonderful sanctuary and the hugely important work that goes on here. So welcome, Taya. It's lovely to meet you and thank you for joining us. So shall we start? Let's start talking about the Donkey Assisted Activities Programme. What does it actually involve, and then how is it delivered by the team here?
Thank you, Donna, and welcome to Manchester.
Thank you.
Here in Manchester, we offer our donkey assisted activities, which are ground-based activities working alongside the donkeys in our herd to better and develop the well-being and life skills of people within the community. So we've got 3 programs that we offer here at Manchester, those being the Donkey Management Program, the Donkey Facilitated Learning Program, and the Wellbeing with Donkeys Program. Now, all of these programs are facilitated towards our individuals based on the things that they feel they could benefit developing.
Yep, okay. And it used to be just for children here. Is that still the case?
No, so now anyone from any background or age can get in touch with us if they feel that they would benefit from the sessions, and it is as simple as picking up the phone and asking how to start the process.
So pretty easy,
yeah,
really.
Yeah.
And is it just one-off sessions that they get?
So that depends entirely on which program they feel and we feel would benefit them most. Some of our programs, like our DMP, run for about 5 to 6 weeks. Others could be either one-off sessions or block sessions of maybe 3 or 4.
And so obviously the people really get to know their donkeys then?
Yes, absolutely. And we have actually had a few instances where people have come and completed these programs and gone on to actually volunteer with us.
It sounds really special.
Yeah.
So the centre is also now helping to get donkeys ready for their rehoming journey. So what exactly does that mean for you, and why is that so important?
Yep, so rehoming is a fundamental part of what we do here at the Donkey Sanctuary. It's really important to get our donkeys onto the Guardian scheme in order to continue to support the work done by the Donkey Sanctuary and to continue that support for the farms down in Devon.
So if the donkeys can go out to homes, then there's more space when we need to bring donkeys in.
Yeah, and it's really important that that the donkeys have the opportunity to go to their own forever homes as well. So.
Yeah, that's wonderful. This question makes me smile. It's going to make you smile, because what does an average day look like for you and the team here in Manchester?
So the routine may be the same, but every day is unique. Yeah. Generally speaking, we start off in the morning with a bit of a team brief. We check in with one another, have a look at what the day is going to look like before actually coming out onto the yard, giving our donkeys their breakfast and turning them out onto their beautiful pastures. Following that, we'll get the yard and the centre ready to welcome our clients or our visitors, depending on the day of the week. We offer those sessions usually twice a day, so in the morning and in the afternoon. All the while making sure that we have allocated enough time to dedicate looking after our donkeys and performing various training activities as well.
So we stay with the Donkey Sanctuary's logo. It's donkeys come first, second and third.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's lovely. So as we welcome 2 new adoption donkeys today, we'll also be saying a bittersweet goodbye to Tiny Tim and Henry as they retire. I gather they were super popular.
Yes.
And what does the future hold for them now?
So Tiny Tim and Henry will be staying with us for a little while at least, while we prepare for them to either go to guardian homes of their own or to make the journey back down to our headquarters in Sidmouth.
Yeah. And are they a bonded pair? Will they go together?
So they are very good friends. They're both very friendly donkeys amongst the herd in general. They're not a bonded pair, but they could go together. They could go to a guardian home together, or they could go back to Devon together. It just depends what we feel would benefit them overall.
Yeah, you'll make the right decision,
yes.
obviously. And how are you feeling about finally revealing our 2 new adoption donkeys?
Yeah, so everyone here at Manchester is beyond excited to introduce these 2 donkeys to the community and to our followers, you know, on social media and things like that. They really are special and unique personalities, and we're looking forward to people getting to know them the way we're fortunate enough to know them. So.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for all that information. And I shall be seeing you outside in a little while, won't I? So, it's not long now until we can finally reveal our 2 new adoption donkeys. But first, let's take a look at what your adoption could mean to donkeys in need.
Adopting a donkey is a really meaningful way of supporting the Donkey Sanctuary's vital work. Not only does your donation go towards the ongoing care of your chosen donkey and their herd, but it also supports our wider efforts. Your money goes towards training communities on how to care for their donkeys in places where they're relied upon. It goes towards helping donkeys to find new loving homes in countries across Europe. And it goes towards supporting donkeys in desperate need here in the UK. Donkeys like Timmy and Tommy. Imprisoned in filthy conditions, Timmy and Tommy were living a nightmare. They were desperately underweight, with neglected hooves causing them constant pain. Timmy spent his days standing on a mountain of rotting bedding, while Tommy was nearing collapse, barely able to reach his friend above. Their friendship was their only comfort. Time was running out, but just as all hope seemed to be lost, a helping hand was in sight. Freed from their ordeal, Timmy and Tommy's lives were transformed. They had food, they had water, they had room to stretch their legs. They had loving support, they had companionship, and they had a safe place to call home. Thanks to the kindness of our supporters, we were ready to step in when Timmy and Tommy needed us most. From the expert welfare team that rescued them from appalling conditions, to the veterinary professionals that aided their recovery, and the new arrivals unit that helped them to settle into sanctuary life. Every step of Timmy and Tommy's rehabilitation was funded by the generosity of our donors. But the work doesn't stop there. They need food to eat, shelter from the elements, and a dedicated team of grooms to care for them on an ongoing basis. Adoptions are a lifeline to donkeys like Timmy and Tommy. To everyone who helps the Donkey Sanctuary to make a difference, thank you.
It's wonderful to see Timmy and Tommy looking so well there, and a huge thank you to all of you who made their recovery possible. Now you're joining us outside on the Donkey's Yard here at the Donkey Sanctuary Manchester as we prepare to meet the 2 new donkeys joining our adoption scheme today. Without further ado, let's reveal donkey number 1. Okay, so say hello to Hector. He first came into our care in 2015 before taking his place in the Manchester herd a year later. Ever since, he's played an important role in our donkey-assisted activities work while putting a smile on the faces of our staff and visitors. Joining us to tell us more about this gorgeous donkey are Taya and Hannah. So, hello again,
Hello,
Taya,
Donna.
and welcome, Hannah.
Hi, Donna.
And hello, Hector. It's so lovely to meet you. So, Hector has been here now for 7 years, so you both must know him really well. But what is he like as a character?
Hector, even though he is the smallest donkey in our herd, has one of the biggest characters. He's such personality. He's playful, he's curious, he's inquisitive, and he just loves the attention of staff and visitors alike and clients. He's a really big part of our client work.
He's small in stature and really big in personality.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Oh, lovely. And what are his favourite things?
So Hector really likes to play with his toys. You'll probably see there's a couple of interesting items scattered across the yard. A couple of his favourites is his very small little tyre and a wheelie boot. Yeah, he really enjoys playing with the other donkeys as well, and as Hannah mentioned, he's a big part of visitor days and our sessions as well, interacting with the people that come to our centre.
Yeah, and that huge tyre over there, do you think you might have a go at that one?
Maybe Cody would.
Cody would, fabulous. And what do you think makes him stand out from the rest of the herd?
Well, like Hannah said, he may be the smallest donkey in our herd. He's actually often mistaken for a baby donkey, which in itself gets him a lot of attention.
He's not often on the yard when the visitors first come out, so it's like he makes a grand entrance.
He waits.
Yeah.
He waits for his moment.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's amazing. Is it true he makes a slightly different sound to the other donkeys?
He does.
Yeah, so it's quite rare to actually hear Hector bray.
Right.
But you do get a frequent grunt and a growl.
Right.
You find the right spot.
Right, we'll get you later then with that, Hector. And do you know much about his backstory before he came here?
Yeah, so Hector came to us as a stallion and as a 4-year-old. Prior to that, he was living as a solo donkey on a property in Cheshire. The Donkey Sanctuary doesn't encourage keeping donkeys as solo donkeys because they are herd animals, and they need that companionship.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you say, he's been with us for quite a while now, and he's really flourished being in a herd environment.
Yeah, he thrives with his friends around him.
Yeah.
And so why do you think that Hector was a good candidate to join our adoption scheme?
Hector's already got a really big fan base.
Yeah.
So, like we said before, the visitors recognise him straight away. So I think it's just the natural next step for him to become an adoption donkey.
So we're not giving him his own Instagram account.
No.
No, he's one of our new adoption
He
donkeys
is.
from Manchester. So
Yes.
brilliant. It's going to be very popular. And how excited are you to see him become an adoption donkey?
I'm really
Yeah,
excited.
we're incredibly
Yeah.
excited. He's, like Hannah said as well, he's got such a big personality, and it's going to be really nice to see people come to visit him, especially, he really
Hannah's
does.
going to love it.
Oh, yeah,
He's going to love it.
and he brings a smile to everyone's
Yeah,
face.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, thank you both so much for all that little bit of information. That's lovely. See you in a little while. Okay, thank you. If you would like to be one of the first to adopt Hector, then head to bray.news/Hector or scan the QR code on screen now. Not only will your adoption help to support Hector and his friends here in Manchester, but it'll also help us to improve the lives of donkeys right across the world. Those of you who adopted Tiny Tim at the time of his retirement have had your adoption moved over to Hector automatically, so don't worry, you don't need to do anything else to continue your support. So, we've met Hector, the first of our 2 new adoption donkeys, and it's time now to find out who the second donkey is. So, let's take a look. So here he is, meet Sam. He first joined our wider herd in 2015 and spent 3 years in Devon before settling to his life here in Manchester. Since arriving, he's formed a wonderful bond with Hector, and the 2 of them are now inseparable. Taya and Kate are here to tell us a little bit more. Hello again, Taya,
Hi, Donna.
and welcome
Hello.
Kate, and welcome gorgeous Sam. It's lovely to see you. So it is wonderful to have two donkeys joining the scheme who actually have such a close bond. When did you first notice that the two of them had buddied up?
So Hector and Sam actually came separately, as we've mentioned, and over the years we started to notice bonding behaviours suggesting that they were becoming very, very close. And they've just got to the point now where it's very rare that you'll find one without the other.
How would you notice them bonding? Is it the grooming?
So it's a completely natural process, and it's just a case of, watching them, how they interact with each other, that constant need for the companionship of the other.
Yeah, not
You'll
leaving each
mainly
other
find
alone.
them asleep together on the sand
yeah.
area.
Hector
so
likes a
they'll
good
come
cuddle.
back to each other. So it's really nice.
And it's not forced, it's just a natural,
Yeah.
they choose who they want
Yeah.
to be best friends with. That's lovely. Now, how do you think Sam's personality differs from Hector's?
I would say Sam is more like the big brother out of the two.
Yeah.
He's a lot more relaxed, I would say, but he's still super friendly, loves the attention from staff, giving him a good groom, but also he loves visitor days and loves to take a shine to all the visitors coming to see him. So it's
Pretty
really
perfect
nice.
donkey, I say. And a good for Hector to see how you behave. That's it. And what do you think are his favourite things?
So one of Sam's favourite things is actually his massage pad, which he has on weekly. As Kate said, he also really enjoys interacting with our visitors, and he is an incredible contribution to our sessions as well. They both are. So he enjoys having a nice relax in the sun
Massage
as well.
and a bit of a pamper.
Nice.
Who doesn't? And what do you think makes him stand out from the rest of the herd?
Well, you can see he's quite a striking donkey anyway, but his luscious locks are probably the main attraction. It's really nice. There's a massive contrast in Sam's appearance from winter to summer.
Right.
So in winter he's got this really thick woolly coat, and then in summer it's sort of more defined, but still very long and swishes in the wind.
He kind of spends the year looking like he's auditioning for a shampoo advert.
Absolutely. He looks the biz, doesn't he? That's for sure. And do we know much about his backstory before he came?
Yeah, so Sam also came to us at about 4 or 5. He was actually born on the property that he came to us from, so when he did come into the donkey sanctuary, he was quite unhandled and a little bit less confident. But I mean, as you can see now, he's
he's a super confident donkey. He's great with handling, like volunteers grooming, children grooming in sessions. He's just, he's a really good donkey. It's really nice to see the contrast from obviously when he came
in to now.
It's really rewarding.
Yeah, you know you spent a lot of time with him and that we can see the results very clearly. So how excited are you to see him become an adoption donkey alongside his best friend Hector?
Yeah, we're
really
we're all
excited.
very excited. It's going to be something new and something unique. They've both got very different personalities, but they complement each other so well. And the fact that they are a bonded pair, it's going to be something interesting to tell visitors as well, to educate them a little bit on the uniqueness of donkeys and some of their behaviours. So it's
really nice to have that friendship
together.
It's great, isn't it, that we're doing this now? So thank you both so much.
Thank you,
All
Donna.
the information you've got is amazing. Okay then, so when you adopt a donkey, you're helping us to make a real difference to the lives of donkeys here in the UK and across the world. If you'd like to adopt Sam, go to bray.news/Sam or scan the QR code you can see on screen. Remember though, if you were a Henry adopter when he retired, your adoption has moved over to Sam automatically and you won't need to do anything else. So we've met Hector and Sam, our two brand new adoption donkeys, and now it's your chance to get involved. If you've got any questions you'd like us to answer, pop them now in the live chat box and we'll get through as many as we can over the next few minutes. So welcome back ladies, all of you. So we've got questions already that have been coming in. So Sarah asks, what kind of things does Hector like to do in his downtime?
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm not sure if downtime exists for Hector. He's always
He's always on the go. But if it is a particularly sunny Manchester day, you'll find him on the sand.
Over sunbathing.
Flat out. Or having a little snooze next to Sam.
This isn't very cute. And then Toby asks, who is the most confident out of Sam and Hector?
I think they're confident in their own different ways.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, Hector is maybe the more playful and the more he
inquisitive.
He kind of instigates the playfulness.
Yeah.
But Sam is very
He's obliging.
He
also likes
confident in
to-
his
He's
own way.
confident,
Yeah, just two different characters. And Josh asks, would Sam and Hector also take part in the DAA activities?
They will
Yes.
indeed.
Yeah.
They're pretty much a really key part, both of them. Obviously, when we have sessions, they invite themselves in, so they have sort of freedom of choice to come in and out of sessions. But you will find them mostly there. They're great for school children as well. We have young people come in and groom them and things like that, and they are just. They're really good to work with. Yeah, no trouble at all.
I guess the little children kind of were quite drawn to Hector.
Yeah, it's just the right size.
Just the right size. A big donkey and they see Hector, they'd run, oh, lovely.
Yeah, he's perfect for that.
Lovely. Lucy asks, how long does it take to groom Sam's sleek coat?
pick a season.
Depends. So today it probably took about 20 minutes. Sometimes use a comb as well. There is luscious locks. Depends if he's been rolling in the sand. Most of the time he likes to do that after you've groomed.
Of course. Yeah.
Which is very kind of him.
He'd stand there all day, wouldn't he?
He
though?
would.
Yeah.
He would.
Yeah.
He loves a groom. Then you put his massage pad on after, so he's a happy boy.
He seems to get more pampered than you girls will ever get.
Absolutely.
Loads of pampering. Audrey asks that even though Hector and Sam are best friends, do they still interact with the other donkeys much?
Yeah. Hector especially plays with a lot of the other donkeys. Sam's quite happy just to hang out with any of the other donkeys, really. You'll often find him having a snooze with a couple of the others. It's not always just next to Hector. They're a big part of the herd.
Hector particularly likes to play with Tiny Tim, actually.
And is Tiny Tim, he's the one retiring, isn't he?
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah, and he's not tiny, I gather.
No.
He's never a tiny donkey, he just sort of acquired that name. We got Tilly asked, what would be a usual day like for Sam and Hector? It's like asking what's the average day for your work. No day's the same.
Look, donkeys do like their routine, don't they? So it would just be a case of they'll have their breakfast, they'll go out into their fields, they'll come up from their fields, they'll eat some more, maybe have a snooze, eat some more.
Is it true that a donkey would eat for 20 hours a day?
It is indeed.
So the way that a donkey's digestive system is actually structured, they would be eating little and often throughout the day. They are. That's why, as Hannah mentioned earlier, they have constant supply of food.
Yes, And what about treats? Because we all like a treat, don't we?
Yeah, so we moderate what they have, but they do enjoy, your fruits, your veg, apples, carrots, celery, ginger biscuits. Ginger biscuits are always a favourite.
Do your visitors bring things in for them?
Yeah.
They like to sort of
It's really appreciated.
And if anyone does want to come and visit and bring some treats, if they go onto the Donkey Sanctuary website, there's a whole list of things that they can eat and that they like to eat.
They'll be amazed at the variation.
What we can.
And do they bring you girls anything in,
Well, we get the odd chocolate biscuits.
You tell even the donkeys like chocolate biscuits, no, and they're not allowed.
We're going to be healthy with the apples and carrots as well.
Share the ginger biscuits.
So we've got Jenny here, and she asks, how much fun is it to work at the Donkey Sanctuary?
It's just
so much fun.
We love it.
It is. I mean, I'm sure I can speak for all three of us that there's moments in pretty much every day where you step back and you go, I can't believe this is my job.
I pinch you. It's real. We've got Nicole asks, how much space do the donkeys have in the fields?
So we've got 7 acres overall at Manchester. We're a bit individual because we have a public pathway that actually goes through. So when they do go out into the summer field, we have to put barriers up to shimmy them across. But they're always eger to go out onto the grass.
Eager to go out, not so eager to come back on the grass.
Unless it's raining, then he's the first to
Hector
make
makes
the
the
comment.
Doesn't like the rain, no. Faye asks, when the Donkey Sanctuary retire a donkey, do they only retire once a new home has been found?
It's particular to that donkey. So depending on that specific donkey, they'll either go to Sidmouth, back to retired Anne Sidmouth, or we'll find a suitable guardian home for them, and they might go to that guardian home, so it's dependent on them.
Whatever suits them best.
Yes.
And Paul asks something similar. He says, where do they go when they retire? So like you said. How about question of how often do they get their feet groomed?
So they have the farrier,
Yeah.
so they come every 4 weeks. So they're split down into 2 groups, so we'll rotate which group he sees each time. But
Yeah.
obviously if a donkey needs seen sooner, then obviously they'll get done at that time with a different group. But yeah, every 4 weeks he'll come
So
and
they
check.
have regular pedicures. And
They
does he
do.
do your feet while he's there?
Sadly not.
Just stick with the boots and feet from there. Simon asks, please can you tell me what do donkeys look like as I'm a blind supporter?
Oh, wow.
Well, the most notable thing about all of them is their ears.
Yes.
So they've got those big ears. Most of them are fluffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got that long face, very distinct eyes, I'd say.
Yeah.
They're all very particular to,
Yeah.
they show a lot of emotion through the facial expressions.
I was
Yeah.
going to say picture happiness.
Yeah. Picture happiness.
Yeah, with big ears.
Big
Full
ears.
legs and a
Fluffy
tail.
ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their coats are different, aren't they?
Yeah, so
Some
we've
are
got-
smooth,
Yeah.
some are
So
fluffy.
we've got Sam with his long hair,
Yeah.
Hector's with his short hair.
Yeah.
And actually Hector will go quite fluffy in the winter and he'll
Yeah.
puff up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So if Simon, who asked the question, as he's a blind supporter, if he was to touch the donkey, do you think the donkey would sense that he's blind, and do you think that then Simon would probably sense that
picture,
calmness about the donkey and would be able to interact the same as everybody else?
We've had blind supporters that have visited us
Yeah.
before, and
Yeah.
the donkeys, they treat them like every other person.
Yeah.
They'll go
Yeah.
over, they'll say hello, and I think they do understand that,
Yeah.
and they do stay calm around them, and
Yeah.
they
They
get that
reflect
picture.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
To reflect the behaviour.
Yeah.
So hopefully one day
person.
Simon might be able to
Yeah.
come and visit. That
Yeah.
would be really
Absolutely.
super then, wouldn't it? What is your favourite part of the day working at the Donkey Sanctuary?
Ooh. I would say probably the afternoon, not because it's home time.
No.
It was when we put all of the bedding down in the big main barn over there, and we put all fresh straw down for them to eat and also to have a sleep on as well. And they all just go in there, we do a head count, make sure everyone's counted for, and it's just nice after the day just to have that downtime and just
Yeah.
watch them all happily munching together. It's really nice.
Have you ever counted and there's one donkey staying in the grass?
Well,
Sometimes we have to peep over because Hector's behind
Yeah.
the other one, so you
Do
can't
the count
really
when
see
he's
him.
missing?
we
Haven't
often say 24 and a half.
Oh, cute little Hector. And Hannah?
my favourite bit is the opposite of Kate's. Mine's when we come out of the tack room for the first time in the morning, and we open that door and all the donkeys are there at the gates just looking at you, and all the
Where's the
rears are forward,
Yeah.
bringing at us possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Antea?
that.
I would say mine is probably that point in the day where we're grooming and you have that kind of one-to-one with that donkey that you're working with. Alongside that, definitely when we have our sessions, it's just really incredible and rewarding to see the impact that working with the donkeys makes on our clients. And yeah, just being reminded, as we like to say in Manchester, to be more donkey.
Yeah, we're going to take that on board, aren't we? That everybody should be more donkey.
Yes.
Well, thank you both, thank all three of you. Thank you so much, because all your dedication, all your love and hard work for the donkeys really does show here. So thank you all for everything that you've done.
Thank you,
Thank
Diana.
you.
Okay then. So thank you so much for getting involved with those questions. They're fabulous. And if you had a burning question that we didn't get to, then please feel free to contact us through our social media channels or the website, and our team will get back to you as soon as possible. Hector and Sam are both now available to adopt from just £3 a month. So to find out more and to start your adoption journey, head to bray.news/Hector or bray.news/Sam, or you can scan one of the QR codes on screen now. Adopting a donkey is a really fun and engaging way of supporting our vital work to improve the lives of donkeys worldwide. As a new adopter, you'll receive a welcome pack including 2 portraits of your donkey and a frame to display them in. All of our adoption donkeys across the UK, including Hector and Sam now, are available to visit. So for more details, please head to our website. And that's it from us here in gorgeous Manchester. Thank you so much for joining us, and we really hope that you enjoyed meeting our 2 new beautiful adoption boys. We want to wish you a great weekend, and we really hope to see you at one of our sanctuaries very soon. Until then, take care and bye-bye for now.